Comanche Run much more settled now, you see. It's Crazy, in fact, who sweat up much more. And the Comanche Run looks quite settled and relaxed. Other horses coming through to join them. Leicester, who knows this St Leger so well there, facing us, is Get the Message on the right. And there's Alpha Batim and the... See, walking towards us, number 1, Alpha Batim, who is my selection, because I believe that back in May and June, if you'd said that Alpha Batim should be out at his price compared to horses like Baynoon and Crazy and Comanche Run, you say, well, he's much better than them. He then ran in the Derby, remember. He finished 5th when At Talak, who runs here as well, was 4th. But he was ill after that, really quite ill altogether. He didn't run again until he ran behind Baynoon last time at Newbury. He was well run over that day, but he was a bit below par, I really thought, slightly. And I think after that, he really could do this. The person to talk to, though, was very much Guy Harwood. And the question John put to him was, how has Alpha Batim been working?
Well, on Tuesday we were very pleased. He did his final bit of work on Tuesday, and he worked really well. And he pleased us all, and we hope he's going to run a good race today.
Baynoon beat you at Newbury. Would you think that was because Alpha Batim needed the race?
Well, certainly. I mean, Alpha Batim had been off the track a long time, and when he ran last time, he wasn't right, and therefore, no doubt, was remembering the race. I think he had got rusty and a little bit gone to sleep, but we've woken him up since then, and so we're hoping for the best.
So, Alpha Batim, a really tough horse who's won on this track. And Greville Starkey hasn't won a Leger yet, though he was really close up behind Leicester in that driving finish when Leicester won on Athens Wood in '71 and Greville was on Falkland. Now there's Baynoon, the mount of Steve Cawthon, who hasn't won a Leger, but this horse has won all 5 of his races. And let's look at the first of them. It was April Maiden Stakes at Newmarket at the beginning of the year, and also another of today's runners was in it, Prime Asset. And this race is a brilliant Leicester Piggott drive up the rails. Prime Asset is the red cap with the yellow sleeves coming through. Important thing about this race is it shows that Baynoon at this stage wasn't that good really, because if he's only just as level as Prime Asset, hardly puts him level with the things like Alpha Batim, but he went and improved and improved. Here he comes. You know he's really tough. He's a lovely, strong, tough racehorse. It's very, very close. Perhaps the point of that race should be how good a chance Prime Asset would have if he could really get his act together. Anyway, there's Baynoon. He's won all 5, and the question to Steve Cawthon had to be, how do you plan to beat Leicester?
Well, basically, I think there's going to be a good pace in the race. There's a pacemaker, and there's a lot of horses that basically are known stayers, including Leicester's horse. I think I'll jump and see what happens for a furlong or 2 before I really decide. But I think Leicester will probably be fairly close to the pace, and I think that my horse has got a better turn of foot than his. I think that's probably my best chance. I don't know. I'll have to see how it happens in the race, but that's what I'm thinking.
Quite hopeful.
Very. I think my horse he's a lovely temperament. I think he's got a big race temperament. He's improving. He's had an uninterrupted preparation for the race, and the only thing that I have any worries about or thoughts is what the ground will be like or how he'll act on it, because he hadn't run on it before. But that's...
So, Steve Cawthon, thinking hard. You see Lee Brait up there, who's just a lead horse for Alpha Batim. There's Prime Asset. And here's the betting.
Comanche Run and Baynoon, the 9-4 joint favourites. Alpha Batim 7-1. At Talak 8-1 and Crazy at 9s. Chernazar 16-1. Montbazil at 20s. Get the Message and Prime Asset 33-1. Destroyer 200-1. Liberate 300-1. All 11 show.
Lee Brait goes up. At Talak will be up fairly close behind the pace, but he wants... Tony Murray says he hopes that Leicester and the others may be ahead of him. He wants to try and come later than he normally did. That's the news we got from Tony Murray. Montbazil is a horse who likes the soft and could go very well. Chernazar, Walter Swinburne told us that he's hoping for a place really, but he's of course a half brother to Shergar, who so disappointed here. That's Montbazy going in. Get the message, Libre and Destroyer will be the big outsiders. And the last two to go in here. Here comes Destroyer, who's second last to be going in. And the last of all to go in will be Alpha Baiting, who has to be blindfolded to do it. Quick word from McCready.
No great confidence here behind Comanche Run. He's out to 2-1. Ladbrokes opposing Baynoon 5-2. At Tallaght is very strong at 8 at Tallaght. Crazy, you'll never beat 9-1 Crazy. It's 7.5 Alpha Beta, but bookmakers want to lay the front two. They feel there's a great chance of the front two being beaten.
I think we could beat them, but we've known before he can be difficult in the stalls. Graham, he's been a little bit difficult before, and he has to be the last one. Here comes the Ledger.
He is the last to go into the stalls, this Holston Pill St Leger. And that looks about it. They're under orders and they're away. And Tallaght broke smartly. We're looking for Libre, the pacemaker for the Harwood trio. And he was last in leaving the stalls, and now jockey Ken Butler rushes him up into the lead. So it's Libre going on from Comanche Run in second place, then Destroyer third, Tallaght 4, then Baynoon 5, Alpha Baiting 6, Get the Message 7. These are followed by Montbazil 8, Chernazar 9, and Prime Asset towards the rear. Also towards the rear is Crazy. So they settle down with Libre now going on. From Comanche Run second, Destroyer is third, and then up on the outside comes Get the Message. Just in behind the lead is that one, in fact. Then on the inside is Tallaght, and so it's Libre setting the pace from Comanche Run in second place, and Bruff Comanche Run taking quite a strong hold.
He's taking quite a strong hold, but he's got him reasonably settled. But he said he didn't want to go too soon. Well, this pacemaker, Graham's not going to keep you in front for very long, I can tell you that. So at this stage, it looks as if Leicester is bound to be in front long before the turn, I would say. And that is not how he planned it or how he told us he planned it. Tallaght behind him, Alpha Baiting just being driven a wee bit there by Greville Starkey. At this stage, Comanche Run is going to be in front well before the turn.
Well, it's Libre who leads. From Comanche Run second, Destroyer pushed along in third. Tallaght poised just where Tony Murray wanted him to be in fourth place. Then Alpha Baiting 6, in fifth place I should say. 6 on the outside is Baynoon. 7th comes Montbazil. 8th is Chernazar. 9th Get the Message. 10th is Crazy, and last is Prime Asset. But Libre still just the leader from Comanche Run. Then Destroyer and Tallaght. Then Alpha Baiting and Chernazar. Then Baynoon, not in a good position at this stage, but they're at the halfway stage in the Holston Pills Ledger. So they begin the sweep for home, and it's Libre still in the lead from Comanche Run and Destroyer up on the outside, the jockey working hard on him. Baynoon now has improved his position and goes quite sweetly up on the outside as Tallaght comes through on the inner. Behind these race Chernazar and Alpha Baiting, and they begin the sweep for home, and Libre has done well to last this long. Comanche Run, Lester Piggott now poised on his outside. Alpha Baiting not getting a clear run. Squeeze there as Destroyer weakens. But Comanche Run goes on 4 out. Could this be too soon? Just in behind him comes Baynoon. Chernazar is improving. The French horse is 2 from the left of the picture. And the race really develops with 3 to go. And it's Lester Piggott who looks around. He sees Chernazar and Walter Swinburne and Baynoon as his main challengers. Alpha Baiting was under pressure, so too is Crazy. They've got 2.5 to go. Comanche Run joined by Baynoon and Chernazar. Then Alpha Baiting and Crazy, only 5 in the Ledger, and with just a furlong and a half to go, it's Comanche Run who leads. Comanche Run, Lester Piggott, with Baynoon throwing down the challenge on his outside. Lester Piggott and Steve Cawthon, and up on the outside, Walter Swinburne on Chernazar. A furlong to go. Comanche Run and Baynoon, Comanche Run and Baynoon, Comanche Run from Baynoon and Crazy, well inside the final furlong, and it's Lester Piggott going on. This one for the record, the 28th Classic, as Comanche Run wins the Ledger from Baynoon second, Alpha Baiting third, then came Crazy 4 and Chernazar 5, a big gap to Montbazil 6, and then came Prime Asset 7, then Get the Message, and behind these came Destroyer. Tallaght, a most disappointing run, and last of all was Libre. And so Lester Piggott, the world's greatest jockey, has achieved his lifetime ambition by winning his 28th Classic and the record holder of all time. Lester Piggott winning the Holston Pill St Leger on number 4 Comanche Run, owned by Mr. Ivan Allen, trained at Newmarket by Luca Cumani and ridden by Lester Piggott. Officially, it's a photo, though, between him and number 3, Baynoon, owned by His Highness the Aga Khan, trained at Didcot by Fulk Johnson Horton and ridden by Steve Cawthon. Leicester's won. By God, this meant a lot. Lester Piggott on Comanche Run. His 28th Classic, his 8th St Leger. Look at that, 2 1,000 guineas, 3 2,000 guineas, 9 derbies, 6 Oaks, 8 St Legers, a record world total, lifetime best. Lester Piggott, his 28th Classic, and let's just hear the cheers for Lester. So, Lester Piggott's day, winning his 28th Classic. He had to hit the front sooner than he really wanted.